Good day, everyone. I go by the name of Jojo, and today I'll be doing your incomplete records on your statement of financial position. So if you can look in the computer, we have our answer sheet, which is all the information that we'll be using to finish off our balance sheet or your statement of financial position. So you have your answer sheet, and then you also have your questions. So I try to take out all the necessary information that will be needed in order to do all this. That will be needed to do all this that we need to do. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, we'll be moving across two sheets, which is your answer sheet and then your question 5 sheet, the one that contains all the questions and adjustment, not really the questions but the adjustments in your trial balance. Okay, so I took this question from your past question from one of your past question papers. So the question paper, they say it says trial balance of Mr. Lekota. So it's Mr. Lekota. Mr. Lekota, owner of EMS Traders on 31st December 2019, which is info, and then we're given the trial balance. So this trial balance is all the information for Mr. Lekota trading business as of 31st December 2019. So all this information is the amounts at the beginning of the financial period. So all these amounts are amounts at the beginning of the financial period. And then we have also our additional information, which is they telling us that our accounting information for the year ending 31st December 2020. And we have all those transactions down there that we'll be using to do our incomplete records. So we have to adjust all the information accordingly in order to finish off our balance sheet for the year ending 31st December 2020. Okay, so without wasting any more of your time, so let's get straight into the question. So firstly, what we'll be needing to do, so we're gonna go in order. So for our non-current assets all the way until our total equity and liabilities. So we'll start with our non-current asset, which is our PPE, meaning this node number 1. So we have to finish off this for the first node, so which is node number 1. So the information I've already typed in all the information on how to do our PPE. So we'll start with our carrying value at the beginning, our information at the beginning. So firstly, we have to get our cost and then our accumulated depreciation in order to get what? Our carrying value at the beginning. So our cost, we are given our cost on the trial balance. So vehicle, they're telling us is 25,000, and then for equipment it's 15,500. 15,500. Our cost which is 15,500 of equipment, and vehicle is what? 25,000. And then our accumulated depreciation. So we know that our accumulated depreciation is supposed to be in brackets. So we open bracket, and then we check our accumulated depreciation for equipment. So equipment, they're telling us that our accumulated depreciation is what? 5,580. So we type in 5,580. And then we close bracket. Okay, so my computer types the answer already as a negative amount. So, but then you should know that in accounting, our negative amount it's supposed to be shown in brackets. So yeah, so it's supposed to be bracket there. So also do our accumulated depreciation for VIK. We say open bracket, and then we look for the amount for accumulated depreciation for vehicle. So accumulated depreciation for vehicle is what? 7,500. Then type in the 7,500. 7,500. Close bracket and enter. So the answer is shown as a negative amount. So, but then please be sure that this is not how you show your negative amounts in accounting. Accounting, any negative amount you must put it in brackets. So just do little brackets to show that it's a negative amount. And then in order to get our carrying value at the end, at the beginning actually, in order to get our carrying value at the beginning, we have to say what? Cost minus, we have to say cost minus accumulated depreciation. So we're going to do that quickly. Let's see, equal to this minus this. Let me see. Okay, 80%. Oh, and same thing, which is equal to 5 minus this 7, which is equal to 17,500. So that's our information at the beginning. That's all our information. So we have to also get what? Our total. So you can just get this one total. Just want us to sum and add 2. It gives us our total, and we can just write down this information. So we just write down everything because so all these zeros will change as time goes. All these zeros will change as time goes. So this minus 13 is supposed to be in brackets, so we have to bracket the amount. Okay, but then we move on. So we're coming to our movements. So our movements, we have additions and our depreciation. So we're going back to our information to check what they told us concerning our additions for equipment. So let's go back to our information and check. Okay, so we're gonna check all our information here and see which one is relevant to additions on equipment. Okay, so number 8, there's information. They're telling us on 31st March 2020, he bought equipment for 4,000. So we write the 4,000. Additions, equipment of 4,000. Then we also check equipment for vehicle. So number 9, they say he bought a second-hand buggy for 2,800. So type in the 2,800 also on our additions, which is 2,800. And then our total also changed already. There's our total. And then we're looking for what? For our depreciation. So we also check what they told us concerning depreciation. So the same on 31st March 2020, he bought equipment for 4,000, which was depreciated at 20% according to the reducing balance method. So going back 20% on reducing balance method. So we know reducing balance method is what? Cost minus accumulated depreciation. So that's for equipment. That's for equipment. So I'm supposed to say it's equal to 20% times our carrying value. Times what? Times our carrying value, because in order to get this carrying value, we use the diminishing method, which is cost minus accumulated depreciation. Let me see 8. And then we'll get this amount, which is for before the addition of this new equipment. This is the amount before what? Before this addition. Now we have to calculate our depreciation for this new equipment. And then we're going to say also is equal to 20%. 20% times the 4,000. Let me say enter, which is what? 800. Now we have to add the two amounts in order to get what? Our total depreciation for equipment. So just type in the formula here, which is equals to this plus this. Then say enter. We have what? Our 2,784. Now we're going to check what they told us concerning our depreciation for vehicle. We go back to the information. So now we are done with equipment. So I'm going to highlight this information to show that we're done with it. So just highlight the information. Just like that. And then now, number 9, they're telling us 1 June over here. 1 June 2020, he bought. Okay, so they're telling us on 31st March, he bought equipment for 4,000. 31st March. So here, on this one for the new equipment, the equipment wasn't in the business for the period of 12 months. The new equipment was in the business from 31st March. So meaning when we calculate the depreciation for that equipment, we have to count only the months that the new equipment has been in the business. So since our financial year starts 1 January, it ends 31st December 2020. Now we have to calculate. The equipment was bought when? 31st March. So since it was bought 31st March, it's April, May, June, July, August, September until December, which is what? Which is 9 months. So we have to say times 9 over 12. 9 over 12. Because the new equipment has been in the business for what? For a period of 9 months. And then you get what? Our 600. So this 600, you add it together with this depreciation for equipment that's been in the business for a period of what? Of 12 months to give us our answer of 2,584. So this 2,584 we get by adding the two depreciation for new and old equipment. Now we have to calculate our depreciation for vehicle. Going back to our information, now they're telling us that 1 June 2020 he bought a second-hand bike for 2,800. The vehicle depreciated at 15% according to the straight line method, meaning cost price. Now we're calculating 15% at cost price. Going back to our answer sheet. Okay, so let me just remove all this. Oh, okay, so the answer is 254. 254. Just remove. Okay, so now we have to do for vehicle experiment. Now we have to do for vehicle. For vehicle. Yes, please. Okay. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? They told us that 15% on straight line method. So we have to say what is equals to 15%. We're calculating for the old vehicle. old vehicle, so meaning the vehicle that's been in the business for what? A period of 12 months times our cost at the beginning. We get this amount at the beginning, which is 25,000, which is what? 25,000. Say enter, and gives us this amount. And then now we have to calculate what depreciation for. Now we have to calculate depreciation for new vehicle. So new vehicle, what did he tell us about concerning the new vehicle? On 1 June 2020, he bought a second-hand bike. So the bike was bought 1 June. So it's been in the business for a period of what? Of 6 months. So you see it's equal to 15% times 15% times what? Times this 2,000, because this is the new vehicle, times this 2,800. Times the 2,800, and it's been in the business for a period of what? Of 6 months. So you say 6 over 12, because the bike was bought 1 June. So June, July, August until December is what? Is 6 months. And then we say enter. Then we get this 210. And then we have to add the 2 in order to get what? Our total. So when we add, we say it's equal to this plus this to give us what? This total. So that total is the one we're going to write on our VIK. It's the one we're going to write on our VIK, which is 3960. 3960. So it's supposed to be in brackets. So it's already in brackets. Same thing here, it's supposed to be in brackets. It's a half percent. Yeah. And then moving on, okay, just try to fix that quickly. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be like this. So we know the negative sign indicates bracket. So instead of negative sign, please do make sure to include your brackets. Okay, so now we are done with our movement. So, and we also have our total here. So moving on, continue moving on. So we come into our values at the end. So we know we have to get our cost first. So in order to get the cost at the end, what do we need to do? We need to say cost at the beginning plus any additions in order to get what? Our cost at the end. So we have to say is equal to this plus the 4,000, which is the addition, which will give us a total of 19,500. Same thing with VIK. Is equal to cost at the beginning plus additions. Get what? Our value at the end. Okay, and then our accumulated depreciation. In order to get our accumulated depreciation, we have to see accumulated depreciation at the beginning plus our depreciation at the end. So when you type in your calculator, you're going to see negative 5,580 minus the 2,584, 2,584 to get what your accumulated depreciation at the end. So you can just add the two amounts, or you can just minus the two amounts. Either way, the answer you get here is supposed to put it in brackets. So let me just square this to this minus 2. That's minus 2 minus 18 minus 2584. Enter, which is negative 8,000. And then same thing here. Squares to negative 7,500 minus the 3,960. Then we get what? Our total. Then we get our total. And then now the next step, we have to get what? We have to get our carrying value at the end. So in order to get our carrying value, we have to say cost minus accumulated depreciation, which is equal to 19,000 minus 8164. Same thing here. It's equal to minus, it's equal to 27,800 minus the 11,460. And then it gives us our total answer of 27,676. So that answer, this answer here, that's your answer, the answer that you need to get your what? To get your, that's your answer for your PPE, which is for the node number 1. That's the answer that's supposed to come here. So the answer being what? The 27,676. So it's 27,676. So that's your answer. So another way how to check that. So in order, if you want to check if everything is correct, everything that you've done is correct, when you add all this, how do you do that, Kunji? Okay, so on your total column, in order to check if everything is correct, you have to add everything and then you minus whatever you have to minus, and then you have to also get the totals here. So maybe for example, let's go to sum. Just do this quickly. Check. And just type everything. Close bracket. Say enter. Same thing the side. So when you add these two amounts, they're supposed to give you this answer. And then also going down, when you add everything and then you minus everything that you're supposed to minus, it's supposed to give you the very same answer. So for now, we already know that in order to get this, we said we added everything here and then we also minus where we're supposed to minus. So the only thing left to check is if when you say this plus this, it gives us this answer. So how do you check that? We just equal to sum, or equals to this, equals to this, plus this, and then equals to 110,448. So that's how you know that your root number 1 is correct. So everything should balance at the end. So when you add everything in the total and also going to the side, it's supposed to give you the same answer. So that's how you know that everything balances. But then the actual amount we are looking for is what? Our carrying value at the end in this amount. Okay, so moving on. So we're done with node number 1. So we're going into our node number 2. So if you can check, our question 5. So going back to our question, they told us that our requirements. So our requirements down here, they told us that use the following information above to draw up the financial statement, the statement of financial position with notes for EMC traders. So we have to do our balance sheet, including our notes. So now we're coming to note number 2, which is the one that talks about our financial assets. So our financial assets number 2. So let's just do it down here somewhere. Okay, so I'll just do it down here. Just note number 2. Let me just see financial assets. So our financial assets. In our financial assets, we talk about our fixed deposit. So we need to check everything concerning our fixed deposit in order to get our financial asset. Okay, so we go back to our information. Which is question 5. What do they tell us concerning the fixed deposit? So here we have a fixed deposit. So generally fixed deposit, CA Bank, 2% on our interest. We're getting 2% on that fixed deposit. So we invested what? We invested 1,000. So that's our fixed deposit. We invested 1,000. Come here. And then our fixed deposit is what? 1,000. And then we're going to check also if there's any additional information concerning our fixed deposit. Okay, so we're checking additional information if there's anything so number 4, they're saying Mr. Lekota invested an additional 1,500 with CA Bank on 1 January 2020. All interest has been paid. So he invested an additional amount of 1,500. Additions to the current investment. So they said he edited 1,500, invested 1,500 more. So we have to add the 2 amounts in order to get what? Our financial assets. So when we add the 2 amounts, we can simply see that it's going to give us what? Our 2,500, which is our note number 2. So this is our note number 2. Number 2. So this 2,500, that's what we're going to write there on our note number 2, which is just here. So the answer is 2,500. Okay, so in order to get our non-current assets, the total for non-current assets, we have to add the 2 amounts in order to get what? Our total non-current assets. So we add the 2 amounts. Close brackets, enter. So we got 30, 17. We got 30, 17. 8176. Yes. Okay, so now we're moving on. And then we come to our current assets. Now we come to our current assets. Okay, so they say in inventory. Now we note number 3, which is our inventory. come here, and then move to number 3. Which is what our inventory. Our inventory. So we know that our inventory consists of our trading stock, and then maybe our consumable stores. Yeah. Okay, so trading stock, which is our balance at the end. Which is what? Our balances at the end. Okay, so we go back and then we go back and check our question. What it is concerning our inventory. So we have our inventory at the beginning, which is our 25,000, which is this amount of 25,000. Now our inventory, we're looking for what? For inventory at the end. We're looking for inventory at the end. So we're going to check our additional information, what they're telling us concerning our inventory at the end. So you can already see number 6. Okay, so we are done with this number 9. So let's just highlight that. So we're done with that. So number 6. Number 6 is telling us the trading stock amounted to 52,200 after physical inventory taking. So meaning our balance at the end was 52,200, which included what? 1,000 for stationery on hand. So it's what? 52,200. So meaning our total for inventory is 52,200. And then it included an amount for stationery on hand of 1,000. Meaning that our inventory at the end was 51,200, if I'm not mistaken. So when we add the two amounts, when we add these two amounts, they're supposed to give us our 52,200. So that 52,200, that's what we write on our inventory, on our balance sheet. Okay, so it's 52,200. And then we go into our trade and other receivables, which is number 4. So same thing. So I'm just roughly doing all these notes. So yeah, I'm just doing the notes roughly. So which is our trade and trade and other receivables. So in our trade and other receivables, what do we have? We have our trade receivables control. And then we also have what? We also have what do we have again? Trade receivables control minus less trade receivables control less allowances. Allowances for credit loss. Okay, so now we're going to check the information that we have been given. Now we're going to check the information that we've been given. As to what we see concerning our trade and other receivables. So going back to your question. Okay, so we are done with this. Good. And then we check. So at the beginning, what we have trade and other receivables. We have this amount. Okay, but then now go and check our information that we tell us about our trade and other receivables. Okay, so we are number 3. Let's see. The telling is that trade receivable amounted to 17,700. So meaning at the end, our trade and other receivables amounted to 17,700. And then they also tell us that an amount of 700 must be written off. So you must write off the 700 from that total amount of 17,700. So let's write that before we forget. So our trade receivable control, let's call this 2. So in brackets, we say 700 minus that 700. Then we close bracket in order to get what? To get our total for. In order to get our total for trade receivables control, which is 17,000. Okay, so we're done with that part. Then we continue checking what the tell us. And then they tell us that and allowances for credit losses must be adjusted to 5% of goods trade. Okay, so I tried to zoom in some of the information because I noticed that the videos, when I'm done with it, some of the information is not so clear. So maybe if I zoom in a little bit of the information, you'll be able to see proper what's really happening. So yeah, that's why I'm having such problems. So but then I'm looking for a way to fix all these problems that I'm having. So this is my first time. This is some of my first videos doing accounting and all that. So I have videos doing computer, but then these are my first videos doing accounting. So this is like my second video actually doing accounting. So hopefully as time goes, I'll be able to improve some of the technical difficulties that I'm facing. But then for now, hopefully this video is helpful to you guys. Yeah. Hopefully this video is helpful to you guys. If it is helpful, please do like and subscribe because I'll be posting more videos concerning accounting. Okay, so but then moving on, the thing is that allowances for credit losses must be adjusted to 5% of goods trade receivables. So 5% of goods trade receivables. So we have to calculate our allowances for credit losses. So how do we calculate that? They told us is what? It's equals to 5%. It's 5%. 5% of good trade, which is 5% of this. After you took into consideration that you have to minus the 700 off, the 700 that must be written off, which is 17,000. Then enter. It gives us what? Our 850. So when you add these two amounts, we're supposed to get what? Our total trade and other receivables control amount. So we can already see that when we add the two amounts, we will get what? 17,850. So this amount, that's the amount you're going to write on your balance sheet for trading other receivables, which is what 17,850, 17,850, and then not add 1 minus. So we're supposed to say this minus this because it's trade and other receivable control less our allowances for credit loss. So allowances for credit loss. So we minus the two amounts, not add. So minus, let's do yes, minus this, and we get 16,150. 16,150. And then now we are done. Okay, let me check which we're done. Okay, so we're done with this. So we're checking any other information concerning our trade and other receivables. So I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so moving on, we come to our cash and cash equivalent. Our cash and cash. So we'll just do cash and cash here. So cash and cash. Okay, so our cash and cash, so we know cash and cash consists of bank and then petty cash, and then also we have our cash flow again. Flow. Yeah, so that's it. Now we're going back to our question to check what we've been told concerning this cash and cash equivalent. So starting from our information, our trial balance, you can see bank, we have an amount on the credit side of the trial balance, an amount of 3,000. And then we have petty cash of 3,000. So when we look at our trial balance, so any amount, when we find an amount on the credit side, when we find an amount on the credit side, okay, so we have a positive amount of, okay, so this is our trial balance. So on our trial balance, once the amount goes to the credit side, it means we have a bank overdraft. Once we look at our trial balance, and then we find an amount on the credit side for bank, that amount is an overdraft. And then we have also our petty cash. Okay, we don't have anything concerning cash flow. Okay, so let's look for information concerning our cash flow, our cash and cash actually. So information number 2, they're saying according to the bank statement, the balance in the bank account was 4,300, which was unfavorable, meaning it was what? It was a bank overdraft. Whilst petty cash amounted to 20,000. So petty cash 20,000. So let's type in the petty cash amount. Petty cash was 20,000. 20,000. And then bank, it was a negative amount. So it was a bank overdraft. So our bank overdraft, we write our bank overdraft on our current liabilities. Because a bank overdraft simply means that we've been able to use money that we do not have in our bank account. So once we use the money that we do not have in our bank account, we owe the bank that money, and then we have to pay back that money with interest. So that's our bank overdraft. So the truth is that our bank overdraft is what? 4,300. So let's just type that in so that we don't forget it, and then we finish at the bank overdraft. Okay, so we're moving on. So on our cash and cash equivalent, so bank 0, And then cash flow, they never told us anything concerning our cash flow, so it's also zero. So meaning our cash and cash equivalent, we have our 20, our so that 20,000, that's what we're going to write on our cash and cash equivalent, which is 20,000, just like that. And then we are done with our current assets. So after we finish our current assets, we have to add all those current assets in order to get what? Our total current assets. So let's add quickly. So it's equals to some. Let's put enter. So we have what? 88,350. Okay, so we finished with our asset section. So now we have to get what? Our total assets. So in order to get our total asset, we say is equals to, just add the two. Just this. And then we say enter. Just add the two amount, and then we get our total assets. We get our total assets. And then we keep on moving on, so we can do a reverse method. So on my last video, I used a reverse method in order to get what? To get our total. But then this time around, I'll try to go according to, we'll take it from the top going down. Yeah, the way we've been taking it from the top going down. So now we have to do what? Our owner's equity, which is our capital N and our current account. Yeah, so let's do it. So we have the structure here. So we can use this capital account, or we can use our statement of change in equity. So I'll try to do with both ways. Yeah, so let's see if I can be able to do it both ways. Okay, so we'll start with this capital account that we used on our previous question. Okay, so we'll start with our opening balance. So we all know how to get our opening balance. So when we're looking for opening balance, we're going to look at our question. Go back to our question. Okay, so we are done with this note number 2. So let's just evaluate that. And then so in order to get our opening balance, you can say all the assets minus all the liabilities. Assets minus liabilities. So in short, meaning we have to say this minus this. So everything on the debit side you add, and then everything on the credit side you minus. Except of course for our capital amount and then also our drawing, because that one they fall under owner's equity. Now we're only looking for assets and liability. Let me check our accounting equation. Our accounting equation is assets equals to owner's equity plus liability. So now we're only looking at what? Our assets and liability in order to get our opening balance at the end, at the beginning actually. So let me just do this quickly. Just give me a minute to fix something quickly.